20th, and it did appear twice in the story. The online version has a different headline: Intercepted Russian Communications, part of inquiry into Trump associates. And today, The Times calling it misleading, quote, "It did not assert that Mr. Obama had ordered surveillance of Mr. Trump, nor did it even mention Mr. Obama. Rather, the story referred to intercepted information collected overseas." Matthew Rosenberg is one of the reporters on that story, a national security reporter for the New York Times. Nice to see you, Matt.
Thank you for having me on.
And you did, and although the headline said wiretapped, it did not say in the article that President Obama wiretapped candidate Trump.
It actually explicitly said that there was no indication he was, that we didn't know that. And trust me, I've said this before, if we knew that somebody was surveilling President Trump, we would write that. That's a great story. But we don't know it. It doesn't seem to have happened for all our indications. And, I'm honored to be cited by the president, I guess, but that's a complete misreading of that story.
Why do you think he's doing that?
Look, that story comes out, it goes online the night of January 19th. On March 3rd, there's right-wing talk radio talking about how, the president was under surveillance. On March 4th, he's tweeting about this. So that's a pretty big distance. And then it takes another 2 weeks before he finds the reason why he tweeted. But in that time, you had InfoWars and a bunch of other fringe kind of websites and news sites coming up with this theory, this justification, after-the-fact justification. Well, look, the New York Times was the ones who reported it. Therefore, we've got the evidence. It's the New York Times. They're against us. So it's just it's bizarre. And
so who did get caught in this wiretap? I mean, and where was this wiretap?
So we've had some sequence stories. A lot of it was Russians talking to Russians about contacts with Trump associates. It was not, they're surveilling this person or that person.
So it wasn't me calling a Russian and me getting caught in a sweep? It was Russians to Russians rather than one of the Trump associates or someone making a call to a Russian?
There may have been some of that.
Okay.
And we know that was the case with General Flynn. He was caught because he was talking to the Russian ambassador, and we've been, monitoring the Russian ambassador since 1919, probably? I mean, we tap his phones, yes. And I think, that's where these guys get caught up. But we don't have any indication that Trump Tower were under surveillance.
Your sources, are they, just generally, in your national security, your job as national security reporter, are they upset by this at all? I mean, how are they feeling as this is sort of being played in the public domain?
I think it splits two ways. You've got people who had left the former administration who are going to be upset by most of this, and just they're inherently not in favor of the current president. But you have a lot of career officials, people who've given their life to this, who are still in the government. And I think they're most upset by this because they know that they've never presented this to the president, that he's basically saying, your work doesn't matter. I've got my own sources. I'm going to say my own thing. And I think that's deeply insulting to people in the CIA and FBI who, don't get rich doing their work and often risk their lives doing it.
Matt, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Speaker